Oh, oh. Blame Truth here, the Codfather himself, bringing you guys another video. If you can be so kind as to like this video, because it's Resident Evil 4, I don't know how the algorithm is going to react to this game. I don't know if you guys want to see this game, so just drop a like if you are satisfied with the gameplay in the background, because if you think I'm posting Call of Duty, my gameplay at least, you're going to have to wait until the next Call of Duty game to come out, because this update today pretty much solidifies the fact that I'm off this game for good. I'm never touching it again, ever. And I'm getting to the stage as a Call of Duty content creator. Like, I wanted to make a video, a full video a couple days ago, but I'm getting to the point where I'm not even angry. I don't really have the passion to even be angry. Like, the passion has been bled dry by these devs, Activision, and all the COD studios, really. Today's update is pretty much just I'm bled dry to the point where powder's coming out. I've done this joke before, but it's relevant. Like, I'm just emitting red powder from my veins. They have milked me to the bone. I'm not even sure if that's a proper phrase. That's probably some kind of... Actually, don't Google that phrase. A little X-rated. Yeah, don't Google that. But the point of all this is that I did not make a video a few days ago because I don't want to just shit something out. I'm not like Call of Duty. I don't want to make a video unless I have something to say or a point to make or some energy to get out or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. With that said, I have some news with Season 3 today. And this news, I mean... It's over, guys. It's over. I don't think I'm just being negative. I don't think I'm looking for the negatives. The community is collectively pissed off. The community is collectively fed up. And it's everywhere you look. The negative feedback and the negative voices and the vocal minority, as we were once called, is now the vocal majority. I knew it would come to this 4 years ago when I came back with MW 2019, and here we are. I tried to tell you, I've tried to warn you, people don't listen, people keep going about their day, and now we are here. Doug on Twitter even says, I've never seen COD Twitter so collectively pissed off. You're going to see what everyone's pissed off about after a brief word from this video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Wonder. Have you ever been bored on your phone? Maybe you're doom scrolling Twitter or Instagram, and then the next thing you know, 30 minutes have passed and you've accomplished pretty much nothing. Well, if you find yourself doing that a lot, Wonder may be for you because it will bring out your creative side, and anyone can do it. Just peep the link in the video description or the pinned comment below. So what Wonder is it's an app that can turn words into digital art. It allows you to be very creative, and it's super easy, so anyone can do it. All you need to do is enter a prompt, pick an art style, and watch Wonder bring your idea to life in seconds. You can just describe what you want Wonder to paint, such as a life under sea or shattered rainbow as an example. You can pick a style. I'm someone that loves artwork. I love creating. I love making art, but I'm just not really artistically inclined. That, and I find that I don't have a lot of time. With Wonder, I can get that creative side out of me without, I don't know, spending hours with a pen and paper or drawing on an iPad or something like that. Wonder does it for me, but I get to call the shots. It's a fantastic app. The premium version of Wonder includes 20 plus art styles, a faster app, unlimited art, and no ads. So guys, check out my link in the video description or the pinned comment to peep Wonder for yourself. You can get yourself a free trial of the premium version of the app, and you can put your creativity to the test. Alright guys, welcome back to the video. So before we get into the meat and potatoes here of this new update and why everyone's so pissed off, I want to kind of lay the groundwork on why people are so pissed off. A ton of influencers on Twitter, a ton of Call of Duty content creators, a ton of Call of Duty news sites and all this stuff. Just everyone that could was hyping up this season. They were hyping it up to hell and back. They were saying like, oh, the movement's gonna change. Warzone 2's finally gonna get the movement changes that it needed when the game fucking came out, you know? And this update was hyped, dude. It was so hyped. They did change a few movement mechanics in regards to Warzone, and I think also that carries over to 6v6 multiplayer. But it's like, these are fairly minuscule changes at the end of the day. Not only are they minuscule changes, but they are changes that should have been made in September 22 with the beta. You know, like, I don't know what else to say other than those betas come out and I tell you guys, hey, these aren't betas. They're not listening to any feedback whatsoever. These are demos. Resident Evil 4 here had a chainsaw demo. It was called the Chainsaw Demo. Demos are things that used to ship well before the games came out, but it was a completed product. That's what happens now. The name beta, again, is a misnomer. It is an improper designation for what they're actually fucking doing. It's just they've been called a beta for so long, they're like, why change it? But no, they don't take feedback anymore, and it shows here because we're finally getting changes. They're finally taking our feedback in April. Guys, let me ask you something. What's the most valuable thing in life? Can you answer the question? Some will say money. Some will say food, water, oxygen, whatever. The most valuable commodity in life is time, right? We have a limited amount of time. There's no getting more time once our time is up on this earth. And it's a sad fact, at least until science does something where we're all heads in a jar, or they upload our consciousness to an SD card and put us in a GoPro, so that Joe Secott can strap us on his head and then bang his wife Dora first person. That's weird. I'm sorry for that visual. Anyway, yeah, once our time is up, it's gone, right? Like, we have a limited amount of time. Call of Duty is also a lot like life. You see, these games have a limited amount of time. They have 1 year until they stop this horrible business model. They have 1 year. They have 1 year to get things right? So it's really important that you get it right from the start. You only have 1 year. You don't want to get things right 6 months in. You don't want to get things half right 4 months in. You know, you want to get it right from the very beginning. We've seen this. We've seen something like this kind of before with Call of Duty World War II back in 2017 when the devs were way more apt to listen to feedback. But it was too little too late for that game. Like, it came out, nobody really liked it. 6 months later, they fix it, but then in 6 months, the game's obsolete. It's the same thing with this game. I mean, and to call this fixed on the level of God World War II is kind of laughable, because all they've really done is slightly sped up some attachments across the board, it seems like they've basically just reverted some things to make it feel more like Modern Warfare 2019. From what I've read, I have not played it. Please forgive me, guys. I do not want to ever play this game again. I'm sorry. It's literally one of the worst games I've ever played. It is Modern Warfare 2, I mean. I have no desire. It doesn't matter what they do. I'm done. And with this other news today, not gameplay related, I'm done for this foreseeable future. Like, I'm just done with Call of Duty. I might even be done with Call of Duty for the next year and a half, because the next game's Sledgehammer's game, and we saw what they did with Vanguard. You know, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, you ain't gonna fool me again. You know, George W. once said that. But anyway, let's get into more stuff they've actually changed here. We've gone over Black Cell and how I fucking hate it. Yo, dog, we put a battle pass in your battle pass so you can battle pass while you battle pass for the low price of 4,000 COD points. Oh, wait, you can't even buy it with COD points. You gotta buy it with real money. Fuck that shit. Fuck anyone that buys it, too. Yeah, you might be a fan of mine. You might buy it. You might be a friend of mine. You might buy it. But no, fuck you. No, you're part of the problem. Fuck anyone that buys Black Cell. Eat a dick, step on Legos, go to church or something. Like, seek God. Get out of here with this shit. I'm a content creator that could take it off his taxes, right? Like, it could be a free tax-deductible expenditure. I would rather spend my money on literally anything else. Take that $30 and buy a few months of a gym membership. Get off your ass. Like, get off this awful fucking game and go live your life, man. Seriously. Or better yet, put that $30 towards the purchase of a brand new game like Resident Evil 4 here, because with $30, you've paid for half of it. You've paid for half of a full game with $30. Unreal how just egregiously greedy they are. They don't care, man. They do not care. This is the same company, I think I mentioned this earlier. They monetize shitty PNG images on the kill cams on Vanguard. I should not be surprised. But anyway, let's get into this here, all right? DMZ. This is the worst thing I've seen them do. This has got to be the worst thing I've seen them do. Worse than Black Cell. DMZ is now completely pay to win. They are selling skins, and I'm going to put them on screen right here. They're selling skins that will give DMZ bonus effects. How have we fallen to this point, guys? Look at this. Here's one for the UAV. This operator skin comes equipped with a free gear item. UAV for free. DMZ bonus effect adds one more active duty operator slot. DMZ bonus effect ensured weapon cooldown to 15 minutes. And it goes on and on. You know, like there are many examples. There was one where you get an extra backpack slot, I think, too. I'm not a fan of this. You know what? In single player games, it's like fine. You know, I get it. In RE4 here, I'm not even happy with this because I think like a game should come out and it should have achievements, and only if you try hard should you get those achievements. But like Resident Evil 4 came out and you could buy exclusive upgrade tickets, which makes your gun powerful. You know, like it's basically a thing where you have to spend a lot of money or earn a lot of in-game treasures to get an upgrade ticket if you haven't played the game. So you can actually buy those upgrade tickets for a few bucks and make your gun more powerful. And I saw some people saying like, hey, I don't have time to grind. I don't have time to play video games a lot. I just want to beat professional and get the achievements. So I'm going to pay an extra $6 to get some exclusive upgrade tickets and beat the game that way or something like that. And to an extent, that's fine. I can accept that. I can accept a lot of what Capcom has done with RE4 here, for example, because it's not super greedy. It's in line with a lot of other game companies, so I'm not like super on board with it. Elden Ring didn't do any of this, so I really like From Software's take of just no MTX at all. But RE4 at least made it pretty cheap. I bought even the RE4 OG soundtrack for a couple bucks, and now I have that forever. And like, you know, it adds to nostalgia. It's a couple bucks. A lot of these cosmetics in RE4, couple dollars. It's not going to break the bank. And then you get the Call of Duty, and they have these operator skins that are selling for double digits. $12 and up, 10, 12, you know, 15, $18, $20 in some cases and up. And you're literally paying to win in a multiplayer game, you know. Like I just can't. Black sells $30, and you're paying for just virgin skins that they've actually confirmed are some are recycled. So there's that from previous games. I don't know what to do, guys. I do not know what to do. I mean, I looked on Facebook today, just as an example. I looked on Facebook. I try to stay off that website because it's kind of become boomer book, just sharing false information left and right. But I did see a memory, this was 9 years ago, of me when I first started playing the game Payday 2 on Steam. Now, I've bought a lot of stuff in Payday 2 on Steam, guys. I've been playing Payday 2 on and off on PC since this image was uploaded pretty much to my Facebook. You know, like, I've been playing it, and the game's still relevant. They're finally coming out with a Payday 3. They announced it. But the fact of the matter is that every single time a piece of DLC came out in Payday 2, it was very cheap. It was like usually $3 to $6, and it provided pretty awesome in-game content. It provided in-game content that to this day I could hop on, the game's still relevant with a lot of players, and use that content. It's not just a skin, it's like a weapon. The character packs in that game are like fully voiced or whatever. You can get like Tony Montana from Scarface, John Wick, which isn't Keanu Reeves, and Scarface isn't, you know, Al Pacino, but they're voiced by sound-alikes, and it's overall fun, good content. You know, I support DLC and MTX like that. RE4, I don't really support it, but I can understand it. I cannot understand Call of Duty. Why are they doing pay to win on DMZ? DMZ just came out. DMZ was in beta. Is this it out of beta? Like all of a sudden they just radically changed something to the point where it's literally pay to win? This is why I can't get invested in anything in this game. You know, they might come out with some good changes and people will get excited and be like, oh, 10v10's out, sweet. But there's no consistency. Within a couple months, something has completely changed, you know, and I can't get on board. I cannot get on board with this business practice, this games as a service model where I'm getting shit on every single month by some change. No, who could honestly be on board with this? Like, seriously. As another example, my girlfriend actually just got me into Dead by Daylight, and I looked at the DLC store, and these are character packs where you get perks that change things in game. So they're not just skins, or they're killers that have unique abilities and change the gameplay experience, and they're relatively cheap. They're like $3 to $6 I mostly saw. Dead by Daylight's been around for a while now. What, like 8 years or something like that? I don't know, man. There are so many better deals out there. If you're still spending money on COD, hell, if you're still spending time on COD, I'm going to say this as someone who's played a lot of Call of Duty. I've probably played more Call of Duty than most of you. Actually, maybe that's not true. Some of you guys go a little too far with it, but I've played a lot of Call of Duty. I've been playing for 15 years. I say this from the heart. Stop it. Get some help. Play some better video games in your free time. You only have so much time on this earth. Spend it wisely, or at least spend it playing a better video game, man. Like, there's so many better options out there. As a content creator, we may see a shift where I just stop posting Call of Duty altogether. I'll still talk about it. I'll still talk about what they do, but my God, I can't even lie to you. I have no desire to play it. I have no desire to play it. And it's not burnout. I think sometimes people think like, I've just been playing video games too long. But no, I love Resident Evil 4 here. I've been playing Dead by Daylight. I'm kind of new at it. I'm kind of a noob. But like, I enjoy a good video game. It hasn't changed. It never will change. From the moment I got my first video game, The Legend of Zelda on NES, at 3 years old, to now at 34, playing Resident Evil 4 again and loving every minute of it pretty much. It's all the same. Like, I still enjoy video games. If it's a good video game, I enjoy it. I cannot recommend Call of Duty. I cannot recommend this new update, which thankfully is not breaking the game with glitches and bugs because it's not been tested, but it's breaking the players' wallets. And it's giving us minuscule changes just to show that, hey, we're kind of listening, but not really. You know, like, fuck you. Give us $30. Give us $90 to win in DMZ. Greedy, unfit practices. And people say, like, I've seen people on Twitter saying that this update is a complete step forward. There are finally no steps back with this update. But no, this is a step back. These business practices need to cease. And before you say they don't affect me, when you get into pay to win, yeah, they do affect me. When you prioritize $30 battle passes over just giving us a complete working game, when that's the priority, yes, it does affect me because less time is going to core gameplay mechanics and listening to player feedback. Guys, I'm out of time. I hope you enjoyed. I will catch you on the next one. I want to suplex Joe Secot through a rutabaga. Peace. Thank you again to Wonder for sponsoring this video. Guys, check out my link in the pinned comment or the video description to get a free trial of the premium version of the Wonder app.